Most folks think that it's a strange occupation. Some folks call us a deranged aggregation. We can't help it, we just have to this way.
Mama always wanted me to be your physician.
Dad said you'd rather I become a beautician, but we can't help it, we just have to this way. 'Cause it sure beats working for a living, but it ain't much of a living these days. Yeah, it sure beats working for a living. We're just happy this way.
Okay, back to work.
Buddy Winkler Productions. Yes, there's an Aggie Aylesworth here. May I inquire who's calling? Hubble Browning? Calling from Washington. Is that the state or the district of the capital? Just a moment, please.
Tell him I'm not here.
But I already told him you were.
Well, then tell him I'm busy.
But
I'm not in. Never mind, I'll take it. Get rid of him.
my mistake, Mr. Browning. Aggie hasn't come in yet. I thought I heard her voice outside, but it turned out to be two cats fighting. I'll tell her you called.
You didn't get his number.
But I thought you didn't want to talk to him.
Well, I don't. It'll be a dark day in hell before I ever talk to him. But if he calls back, for God's sake, get his number.
Traffic is moving well on the 605, but a SIG alert is still in effect on the Hollywood freeway due to a chicken. Just reading you what it says, folks. A chicken flew out of someone's car window, and the driver stopped and chased it, forcing traffic to a standstill until the owner finally recaptured it. So you chickens out there, let this be a lesson to you. Buckle up.
Sorry I'm late. I got caught in traffic on the Hollywood freeway.
I just heard that. The tie-up was caused by a chicken getting loose. That's so funny.
Brooks, you're here. Our Maui Poly Punch sponsor just ordered a bunch of public service spots aimed at school kids. They want each spot to be about a past president.
I'll be with you in a minute. I have to check on Elliot. He was run over on the freeway.
Elliot? It's his son's pet chicken.
So which president do you want to start with?
I'm a little prejudiced myself, but I'd have to say Lincoln. Lincoln. He wore the funniest hat.
Only a 50-50 chance? I can't believe it, Doctor. When I left him, he still seemed lucid.
You sure it's just a chicken?
Hey, can we talk about these exposure sheets? Are you guys still working on those jerky president spots?
I see no reason to refer to those spots as jerky.
Oh, you misunderstood, Aggie. I didn't mean the spots were jerky. I meant the presidents were jerky.
Aggie's got a point, guys. It is kind of refreshing that a sponsor's doing something patriotic like this without expecting any financial gain.
Well, at least one person around here understands the meaning of the word patriotic.
I don't believe it. You took Aggie's side.
He said Elliot's not eating.
Well, what do you expect with that lousy hospital feed?
Hello? No, Aggie's gone home for the day. No, I'm afraid I can't give out her home number. She only gives her number to coworkers. And even then, she says she gets a lot of crank calls. No, sir, I'm sure you're not a crank, but... Listen, if it's really important, I guess I could call Aggie for you and have her call you back.
They don't know that I need you. I guess I'm a type, and I'm stuck just like glue. 'Cause I ain't never loved a man the way that I love
About time you got here with that ice.
I'm sorry to bother you, but some guy called... Aggie?
Will you excuse me for a moment, Skip? I have to slam the door.
Aggie, I'm just here because some guy in Washington's been trying to reach you. I told him I'd give you the message and you'd call him back.
You lied. If he calls back, tell him I'm married. Tell him I'm married, Buddy.
That's Mr. Winkler? Somehow I pictured him differently, like with a neck. This is your place.
What's wrong with it?
It's very nice. So warm and inviting.
You want to make something of it?
You in the Navy?
No, I was a prison guard. I was in the Navy for 10 of the best years of my life. I love the Navy, and the Navy loved me.
How come you never mentioned it to any of us before?
Oh, gee, I don't know. Why would anyone mind being ridiculed by a bunch of insensitive chowderheads, huh?
Nothing wrong with being in the Navy.
I know that. And I know you know that from the way you stood up for your country in the office this morning.
This is Mr. Browning's number.
Commander Browning. We met in Saigon.
You were in Vietnam?
The map takes a beating around you, doesn't it? Hubble was my CO and my lover. I used to call him my big old skipper.
I didn't know that enlisted people and officers were allowed to, you know, fraternize.
That true love knows no rank. We were going to be married. And then one night while we were on the transport home, he told me he'd changed his mind.
You must have been devastated.
Oh, had a complete emotional breakdown. I cried for 10, maybe 15 minutes. And now he's coming here to California to our unit's big reunion.
You're going to see him again.
No way. There's no way I'd put myself through that hell again. Even though I will miss seeing the old gang. Shirley and Joanne. Even good old Brewster. Oh, they were the best friends I ever had. They're the only friends I ever had.
It seems a shame to let your feelings about one guy get in the way of all that.
Well, it can't be helped. I'm not going to show up at that party and face him alone.
So take someone.
I'm going to tell you something I have never told anyone at the office. I don't date much.
Still, there must be someone you could take. Someone from the duck factory. Wally.
Huh. The best looking thing about Wally is his car. No. I would want Hubble to think I've had a full life.
Marty.
Not that full. Besides, I don't want anyone at the office to know about this. Of course, one person knows.
Oh, wait a minute, Aggie. No one would believe you and me. I mean, you're a little more older than me. It's not that you're old, it's just that I'm sort of young. For us...
Well, don't worry about it. We've still got a week. Maybe you can do something to look older by then. Skip, I want you to know I really appreciate this. This may be the nicest thing anyone has ever done for me. And if you tell anyone at the office, I'll rip your tongue out.
You've reached Buddy Winkler Productions. We're not here right now, but if you'll leave your number after the beep, we'll be sure to call you when we get back from lunch.
Listen, I'm brown bagging it today, and I got a lot of work to do, so no calls, okay?
Except Andrea, but she doesn't want to be disturbed.
I can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
Did I mention the beep?
Guys, come on in here. You really won't believe the suggestions the sponsor made for our Abraham Lincoln spot. Excuse me.
What's all the commotion?
I just got back from showing our pencil test to the lovely people who make Maui Powie Punch.
We have to go over it now? I was just going to screen something.
Sorry, this is kind of important.
Aggie says we can't eat lunch in here. She sent that memo around yesterday. Did you see it?
Sure, what do you think I wrap my pickle in?
What's the problem?
They just want us to make a few minor changes.
What, they didn't like Lincoln delivering the Gettysburg Address?
No, they like that fine. They just thought it would be a terrific idea if, when Honest Abe lifts his hat, there's a can of Maui Powie Punch on the top of his head.
You're putting us on.
I wouldn't make this up. They thought it would be nice if a swig of Maui Powie is what gives Mr. Lincoln the inspiration for his speech. We'd be making a mockery of an important historical event. Sponsor or no sponsor, I think we have to take a stand.
Skip, is that supposed to be a mustache?
It must be. It's too light to be grape juice.
Could you people please think about something else?
Skip. Well, what are you people staring at?
That's what we were wondering.
Didn't I warn you I'd take drastic measures if you ate lunch in here?
Yeah, but we didn't know it would drive you to makeup.
Did you buy a new dress, Aggie?
No, it's Skip's suit. I was at the cleaners and I picked it up for him.
Suit? I don't have a suit.
You do now. That smudge on your lip.
Mustache.
I could grow a better mustache than that.
You already have.
Could I see you for a few minutes in my office, Skipper?
Skipper?
Close the door. You told him, didn't you? You told him how I was in the service and I couldn't get a date to my own reunion and had to ask you.
I haven't told a soul. I said I wouldn't and I haven't.
Then why are they giving me those fishy looks?
They always give you fishy looks.
Not this kind.
How do you expect them to look at you? You walk in here all done up and hand me a suit?
That's for tonight. I hope it fits. Had to guess at the inseam.
You called me Skipper and made it sound like something's going on between us.
Well, it doesn't bother me. Why should it bother you?
It bothers me because
I'm too old, huh? Because I'm too ugly?
come on. You're not that old. It's just not true.
You're right. I apologize. I realize you're going with me as a favor, and I want you to know I appreciate it. That's why I'm going to let you pay the suit off in small monthly installment.
Sure you don't want to go to lunch with us, Brooke?
No, thanks. Bumps got home today, and I figured we'd go to the hospital and visit Elliot.
Visit him? You're gonna go visit a chicken?
Last night when I went, I don't think he even recognized me.
Wait a minute. They don't recognize anybody. They're too dumb. This is a chicken we're talking about here, folks. Just to put things in perspective, yesterday I ate his cousin's McNuggets.
Why would Aggie come in here and hand Skip a suit?
Maybe it doesn't fit her anymore.
I mean, there couldn't be anything going on between them, you think?
No way. I know what it looked like, but think about it. Aggie and Skip. Aggie and anybody.
Aggie and Elliot, maybe.
Has anybody seen Aggie? A florist just delivered a dozen roses for her.
Alive or dead?
They are alive and beautiful.
Where are they from?
That's for Aggie to know and for us to find out.
You're the most exciting woman I've ever known. From your Skipper?
Whoa.
I mentioned to you lately about this really great shrink I've been going to. He's helping me a lot.
That's nice. I'm glad you like him.
You know, you might enjoy talking to him yourself sometime.
What about?
Oh, you know, things. Like a problem at work or a recurring dream. You read up his complex?
So that's it. Look, Andrea, what happened with Aggie and me was just a joke. You know how Aggie likes to kid around.
Yeah, she's a real cut-up. On the other hand, maybe you've gotten to know her a little better than the rest of us.
Andrea, if I explain this to you, will you promise not to tell the others?
You may consider anything you wish to tell me from this point on as strictly confidential. Okay, spill your guts.
So, how do I look?
You need a tie.
I really didn't have one that goes with this suit. What else have you got in there?
What else do you need?
Oh, a mustache, some chest hair. Nice flowers.
They're from Hubble.
He certainly is persistent.
Well, he can't help it. He's in love with me. Should have realized it before now. All these years he's been hurting, hoping against hope that someday I'd take him back.
Aren't you reading an awful lot into a vase full of flowers?
A woman knows how to read flowers. Maybe I'll go by myself.
Really?
I'm afraid once Hubble sees me again, you'd just be in the way.
You're probably right. Have a good time.
Wait! Wait a minute. I can't face him alone. Sit down.
What for?
Sit down.
Aggie.
Hold still.
Aggie, that tickles.
Don't move. Let me do this. Huh? Don't move. Oh. You ruin everything.
I can't help it. It feels funny. Aggie. No one's ever done this to me before.
Now come back here. I'm not through yet.
Good night, you guys. Have a good time at the party. If that's where you're going. I wouldn't know. I didn't tell him a thing. Really. Look, I said I was sorry. I admitted I was wrong. Okay?
I'm not speaking to you.
Aggie, you have to speak to me. We're going to a party together.
You really think I'd go anywhere with you now? Nothing would make me desperate enough to spend the evening with a lying, deceitful swine. Hey! I thought I heard a familiar voice. It's you, Red. Scooter! Come on in. Hey, everybody, look who's here. Well, if it isn't old Ironside. Show it. Oh! Carla. Oh, Brewster.
Oh. Do you realize the last time we were together was that night we all got drunk and got tattooed?
Aggie?
Where did you get tattooed?
In San Diego. Here, Egg, how about a bell? Hey, this good-looking kid of yours old enough to have one? Oh, he's not my son. He's much too old, aren't you?
Anybody?
I sure am, dear.
Oh, down the hatch. You're drinking your mustache. Do something. Oh. My God, it's him.
Agnes, you're as lovely as I remember.
Hello, Hubble.
Hey, Skipper, you old barnacle butt. You haven't met my old man. Come on. Hey, Rudy, it's him.
I'll be right back.
Can you believe the way he looked?
Yeah, I guess he's gotten pretty
The
out.
man hasn't aged a day. See a dreamboat or what? You're gonna have to watch me like a hawk tonight. If I get that look on my face like I'm falling for him again, I want you to take me home.
No! Look, Aggie, I just came so you wouldn't have to come alone. Whatever happens between you and this guy is your business. Don't expect me.
You owe me, big mouth. Now I want you to promise that if I get that look on my face, you're gonna get me out of here. Not that your word is worth anything.
I'm back. Come on, why don't we dance? You know what? I think we ought to spend some time alone.
Alone?
All alone. I've got some cold duck up in my room.
I have to talk to you.
Aggie, I think we have to leave now.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. Remember?
The lady says she doesn't want to leave.
Look, fella, this is between Aggie and me. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to let go of my woman.
Get out of here, will you?
I'm sorry, buddy, but you're leaving me no choice.
No choice to do what?
Choice to do this.
Let go!
Yeah, I'll let go.
Stop it!
Sorry I'm late. Elliot passed away this morning at 3 a.m.
All the flags at the Colonel's are at half-mast today.
So sad. How did Bumps take it?
Better than I thought. Actually, he suggested we fry him. He said he thought Elliot would have wanted it that way.
Lovely.
This isn't him. What do you think I am, a cannibal? I wouldn't eat a chicken I knew.
Hey, Skip. What happened to your hand?
Did you and I get into a beef with a bunch of Marines last night?
Okay, look, I know it's my fault you guys found out about this, so I consider it my responsibility to nip it in the bud. I don't want to hear any jokes around here about Aggie or the Navy. Is that clear?
I'd like to see Aggie Aylesworth, please. Oh, it's you.
Listen, I hope there's no hard feelings about last night. I'm really sorry about what happened.
Well, I asked for it in a way, I guess.
Hubble, look at your eye. This is all your fault.
Aggie, is there some place we can talk?
My office.
You did that to him?
Like I said, no more jokes.
I'm sorry, Hubble. I didn't mean to throw you into that coffee table.
Oh, I'm glad you did. It kind of knocked some sense into my head. While I was waiting in that emergency room, I had some time to think about you, about us.
I had some time to think, too.
10 years ago, I was scared to death of settling down, even with somebody I was crazy about. But middle age has a way of changing a man. What about it? You said yes once.
Hubble, are you asking me to marry you?
Well, it's about time, don't you think?
Oh, if you only knew how many nights I used to lie awake in Saigon, dreaming of the day we'd be Commander and CPO Browning.
How about Captain and Mrs. Browning? How does that
Oh,
sound?
Hubble. Oh, it sounds unbelievable.
Doesn't it?
And that's not what I meant. What I meant is that it would never work. I'm sorry, Hubble. I guess time has changed me, too.
Hey, what are you trying to do? Get back at me for hurting you?
Get back at you? No. I'm just not wife stuff, Hubble. I probably never was. I like my life the way it is.
You're not serious.
Yes, I am. You see, you were part of my Navy family, Hubble. That was the first family I'd ever really had, and I never thought I'd ever have another one. But I do now, here.
Who?
Them. Those people out there, they're my family. This is my home.
Here.
Here.
This family must be something special, huh?
They are.
Tell them I envy them.
Well, one of you chowderheads answer that thing? Do I have to do everything around here?
Next, it's an all-new Hill Street Blues. Will Frank's separation from Joyce send him back to Faye? Hill Street Blues, next. Tomorrow night, Max and the Master fight to save an orphanage. Then Gregory Peck and Lee Remick are loving parents searching for the truth that could save their son from the Omen. Be there.